Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Daily Motion, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Saturday, March 14th, 2015, around 8:13 p.m. in Belleville, Massachusetts. It stopped raining. It's still damp, about 36 degrees outside. Tomorrow could be some scattered rain or snow showers, and we could get a couple of inches. Depends how intense these snow flakes are. Sometimes in March it's very tough to predict where the heaviest bands are going to face. Plus, in addition, it's been warm the last week, so it's going to be hard to stick on the ground. Some news put to report: the Harvard's men's basketball team beat Yale by the score of 53-51 in the one-game playoff for the Ivy League championship and an automatic bid in the NCAA men's basketball tournament. And the Kentucky Wildcats are the #1 overall seed in the NCAA men's basketball tournament. No surprise there. Even if they lost in the first game of the SEC tournament, they would still been the #1 overall seed in the tournament. I think they clinched that weeks ago. And that's about it on the news. My third and final video blog subject of the night is the person I profiled. And this week is all about college basketball personalities, and we end it with one of the most famous college basketball coaches of all time, Jerry Tarkanian, also known as the Shark. Jerry coached college basketball for over 30 years for Long Beach State and UNLV and Fresno State, and he won many games, including some national championships. Jerry was born in Ohio to Armenian immigrants, and he loved playing basketball. He played basketball in high school. He grew up in Pasadena, California, and then he played high school basketball, and then he played community college basketball for Pasadena Community College, and eventually he went to Fresno State and he played guard. And he owns a master's degree in education and management from the University of Fresno State. And Jerry started coaching basketball after he graduated, like graduate school. At first he started at the high school level and the community college level in California. 13 years he was a basketball coach for high school basketball and community college basketball in California. He won 4 straight California junior college titles. And then in 1968, Jerry moved to coach Division I college basketball for Long Beach State. And when he was coach of the Long Beach State Bulldogs, he led them to 4 straight NCAA tournament appearance. In fact, in 1971, in the West Regional Finals, the Long Beach State Bulldogs gave the UCLA Bruins a run for their money for the right to go to the Final Four, and the UCLA barely squeezed out Long Beach State by the score of 57-55, with the Bulldogs leading most of the game. And this game was meant Jerry Tarkanian was getting some big time offers to coach other schools after this game, and he stayed with Long Beach State into 1973. Then he moved to UNLV to coach the UNLV Running Rebels for 19 seasons, and he led them to several NCAA tournaments. 11 times they appeared in the NCAA men's basketball tournament, and 2 times they appeared in the NIT. And his teams at UNLV played an up-tempo style, stingy defense, and it's going on long runs to close out games. And during his time at UNLV, they made the 4 Final Fours, including a national championship in 1990. But UNLV was under a lot of scrutiny and stuff. They were investigated a lot of times by the NCAA, and in 1991 they were put on probation, and they were originally going to miss the tournament to be barred from postseason eligibility in 1991, but they were kind of reinstated just before the 1990-91 season started, and the UNLV Running Rebels went on an undefeated streak, and they reached the NCAA Final Four to face off against Duke, but the pressure was too much for the UNLV Running Rebels. They lost to Duke, and then they put dreams of a back-to-back NCAA championship, and Duke won the Final Four that year. And 1992 was the last year Jerry Tarkanian was coach of the UNLV Rebels. They were on probation, and he finished with his career record at UNLV, 509 wins, 105 losses. And in 1992, the pros called Jerry Tarkanian, and he went to coach the San Antonio Spurs. And he signed a long-term contract with them for big bucks. But Jerry only lasted 20 games in the NBA, and he was a 9-11 record with the Spurs. He had a hard time coaching the pros and stuff, and he got into disagreements with the general manager and the owner of the Spurs, Red Combs, and they let him go after 20 games. Sometimes it's like college coaches aren't cut out for the professional level. Jerry stayed out of basketball for a couple of years, but then in 1995 he returned to coach his alma mater, Fresno State. He coached them for 7 seasons, 1995 to 2002. Every year he was coach of Fresno State. They either made the NCAA tournament or the NIT, which was a great achievement. His career record coaching Fresno State was 155-80. Jerry Tarkanian would always have a towel on the sidelines and stuff like that. And he retired from coaching after the 2001-2002 season, and he had a career record of 784 and 202, which was very impressive. And Jerry Tarkanian finally got a call to the Hall of Fame by the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame in 2013, which was an amazing achievement, but he wasn't in the best of health. This past February, Jerry Tarkanian passed away at the age of 84. He was going through a lot of health problems and stuff, and it's sad, but he lived a good life, and I think Jerry's probably like the best, probably one of the best college basketball coaches of all time. And the UNLV Running Rebels were was the number one team in Las Vegas, and the court's named after him for what they play, UNLV, plus there's a statue of him, Jerry Tarkanian, I think on the Las Vegas Strip. I'm not sure for sure, but he was the best, and he was a shark. And that's about it on him. Well, I'm done with these video blogs for the night. Tomorrow there'll be 3 more of these video blogs. First video blog will be about my review of WrestleMania 2 WWE pay-per-view from 3 locations: New York at Nassau Coliseum, the Chicago at the Allstate Arena, and at Los Angeles at the LA Sports Arena. Second video blog will be about the 500 Gold Club in the NHL. Tell you about that. And the third and final video blog of the night, the personality profile. This upcoming week's personality profiles will be some great Montreal Expos and Montreal Canadiens players we're going to alternate. Sunday's going to be Gary Carter. Monday's going to be Maurice Richard. Tuesday's going to be Andre Dostin. Wednesday's going to be Guy Lafleur. Thursday's going to be Tim Raines. Friday's going to be Jacques Plante. And next Saturday's going to be Jet Frieden. And at the end of the month, the personality profiles are going to probably be Philadelphia's greatest sports athletes from the 27th through the 31st. And in April, there's definitely going to be blogs, personality profile blogs of great ones. Wayne Gretzky, The Rock. Finally, The Rock has come back to the video blogs. Heidi Pratt and Julie Broughton. And more and more are coming, and I might be getting Skype soon. And if I do get Skype, it's definitely going to be maybe weekly guest on these video blogs. I'll keep you posted. Have a good night, everybody, and see you tomorrow. Bye now.